Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're just going to go right on into it. We're going to go to India this time. Hey, what's up? So we're going off to India. Okay, so let me, we're going to go clear and dry, which seems to be a lot better for the... So you want to go up to amateur still. We're still doing that for the... Well, I'm trying out these tracks. And we're going to go with that. This thing. This is the car is the most fun to drive, but it's very twitchy. But it's a lot of fun to use, so we're going to use it. I need to turn off that auto braking because I think that is it's not on full auto braking, it's on like semi or something like that. It causes some oversteer coming out of the corners. You want to not be braking and it's braking, right? That's the thing about this car, you gotta watch it coming out of the corners. Always wants to fishtail. Ugh. I am getting smoked in this race so far. I can't even sniff these guys. Wow, that was pretty intense. Wow. Holy tamale. Wow. We'll go back to India. We're going to go to this one now. I love the graphics in this game. They're awesome. They're really good. Now you'll notice in this game, if you play it, you'll notice there's no runoff areas in this game. If you crash, you just crash, you're right inside the track. And they keep you bound in. You know, there's no running off the edge of the screen or any of that, or going over cliffs, or, you know, like some other games where you could just like launch off a cliff the side of a mountain or something. Yeah, there's no runoffs in this game. They keep everything pretty tightened into these 2 lanes on all these tracks. Oh, this track's pretty nice, man. I ran into that. I was looking at something, and I took my eye off the track for a second. Well, I was only a second ahead of those jokers. So, yeah, wow. All right. So, let's go to... We'll go to... let's see, we'll go back here. Hold on a minute. Well, I'm just going to finish out today doing with the settings that I have. So we're going to go back to India and go to Rashi, whatever the heck that means, right? Okay, so we'll try it out. Oh. 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 What is that up there in the corner? You hit the triangle button. Oh, okay. That's trying to get hold of the server, which is down. You know, this game, you can't even download it anymore. So, you're SOL on even downloading this game. Alright, let's just do this one real quick. Yeah, but with me playing with the dry and clear, it really changes the... It's not as hard. It's way harder when you have the weather turned on and it's, you know, it'll start raining and it'll get dark and all this other stuff. It makes it a lot more difficult with the rain and all that turned on. Because the rain really affects the handling of the cars, you know. Yeah, this car is not good for just slip sliding around a lot because Hey Chris, what's happening, brother? Oh yeah, this is a great game. I was looking down to see what you said, and I took my eye off of it for a second. You know, you can't be doing that, man. You gotta hit the pause button instead. I hate wrecking like that. I think I took a penalty there. Wow. That was pretty tight right there. Oh. 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 Wow. Yeah, this recovery. Chris, can you hear me, by the way? Ugh. Oh, I was trying out this new microphone. Yeah, I think this recovery from this surgery is going to take a lot longer than I thought. Wow. I mean, this pain is still... I'm still in a lot of pain. There's a lot of swelling here. Yeah, I really can't do anything. I mean, I'm just been sitting on this couch for what? Today I've been home 3 weeks from the surgery. Yeah, 3 weeks today I got home, and I've really, be honest, I'm not feeling any bit better. Now check this out. You want to hear something funny? Was that before I went for the surgery, before I went for the surgery, yeah, I know, but I think I'm 25, right? Okay, not 67. Okay, so before I went for the surgery, I charged up my Mini 3 Pro and my Autel Evo Nano Pro, two of my most expensive drones, right? And I charged them up, and I was gonna go fly them, and I put them in the under the seat of the Honda, the Honda, the PCX I have, that scooter. So I put them under the seat. And so yesterday I was getting some drones out to charge up, because here in the next few days, I guess I'm going to run up to Lake Donegal and, just fly some drones around up there. And I tore this whole house apart trying to find them. So I completely forgot that I put them under the seat of the scooter, because what happened was I put them under the seat. I was going to go fly them before I went to the hospital, and I got on the scooter and started to drive, and then all of a sudden this crazy ass 50-mile-an-hour wind started showing up, and I was halfway to the park where I was going to go, and I said, oh, you know what, screw this, I'm not going to be able to do nothing. Parked the bike, forgot all about them suckers being in there, or I said to myself, oh, I'll get them tomorrow or whatever, and I did, and I just left them in there. So I tore this whole house apart today. I said, where in the hell are they? I know I charged them up before I went to the hospital. And then I said, well, I've checked everything in this house. I even looked under the couch. Okay, I did something like stupid as shit, right? I went upstairs, downstairs. I went in the basement. I tore the whole damn basement apart. And I was, because that's where I keep all my drones, is down in the basement. So finally today I just said, oh, screw it. After I got done looking everywhere, I said, he can't be here. So I went out to the garage, and I said, well, maybe I put him on that, because that PCX has that big piece of luggage in the back, behind you. There's on a rack, a big box, So I opened up that box, and I said, oh, maybe they're in here. And I looked in there, was nothing in there but my riding glasses. And I went, oh, crap. And I said, well, maybe I'll look under the seat. So I popped the seat, and as I started to lift up the seat, it dawned on me that they were going to be under there. And then I raised it up and went, up, there they are. So I wasn't, I know it's only 2 drones, but them suckers were $1,000 a piece. The Mini 3 Pro, that thing was $1,000, and so was that, because I bought them when they first came out, not like you get it now, maybe for $600 or $700. But when I bought it, it had just been released. So Yeah, they were $1,000. I thought maybe I threw them in the garbage by mistake or something. So thank God I didn't. But oh, here's a little a small version of this Ashy. Let me see what else we got here. Some of these kind of courses I don't really. Now let me try this thing right here. Yeah, it was like, oh man, it was driving me nuts trying to figure this out. Trust me. Yeah, yeah, I gotcha. I might try this one and then go try it with in the rain. Wow. These races are so much better when you get rid of all the cars. Just having the 6 cars on the track. It's so much, when there's them 12 cars, it's just so congested. And you do so much crashing and wrecking, and, you know. Somebody's coming right up behind me. I keep going off that track in that same exact spot every lap. Now I'm going to try this with the in the rain and see what it's like. That's a nice track right there. I like that one. So what did I beat this guy by a second? I'm thinking a few more days of this I might kick it up to the next level. I'm going to try that same one We'll try heavy precipitation. That should be fun. But it'll be clear, so it won't be... I don't think it's going to be cloudy. It's just going to be a lot of rain. I'm on the PlayStation 4 right now. That's what I'm playing. I have the PlayStation 5 too, but I don't... I like to do the live streams on the 4 better. Because I can see the text. The PlayStation 5, it only flashes the text up there for a sec of what somebody's saying, and then it disappears. On here, it just stays up there. I can go back and read it if you say something and I don't see it right away. I can go back and see it, 3 minutes later, as long as a bunch of people haven't said anything, but with the PlayStation 5 on the streaming, the text comes up there just for a couple of seconds and then it disappears. Sometimes I don't even get a chance to see who it was that said it, So, yeah, I kind of like the PS4 for that better. But some games I don't have a choice, of course. Because I don't have them on the PS4. Some games, Yeah, it makes it way harder to see with this. And I'm not even on the in-car. If I was to change the view, I like the trail view. Okay, I'm way behind here. And I got 2 laps to get it back together. Well, I'm going to get it back together like that. Yeah, it's really difficult to see, especially with my old ass eyes. It's hard for me to see to begin with. Oh yeah, it keeps fishtailing every time I come out of a corner. It's horrible. I got a penalty for running off the track. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do much here. I can't seem to get it. I don't have a lot of luck in these rainy races. That's why I don't use the rain that much. I just don't do well. The handling is really different. You have to just get used to it. You got to adapt to it. And since I haven't practiced it enough, I haven't really gotten used to it. Yeah, there's no option to put on rain tires or whatever. It's not Formula One. No. I think the race is over. Oh, the race is almost over. I was almost at the finish line. Oh well. Oh yeah. Well, it has wipers. The wipers will actually go off after a while. So it does have that. I'll give it that. Okay, let's go back to India and try. That looks like a long track right there. Let's try this one here. Now I'm gonna. If you put this dynamic on, it'll rain a little bit. Okay, it'll rain and then stop raining and then rain and then stop raining. I don't even. I like that worse. Let's go with dry. I like dry. I think it's pouring again outside here. It's been raining here for like 5 days in a row. How is it out there in Cali? What's the rain situation going on out there? Yeah, it sure the hell is. That thing is so stout. It's so stout. I've had that thing out in some of the highest winds. You wouldn't even believe how windy it was. And I was even worried. Like, oh my God, is this thing gonna, is this thing gonna make it back? And yeah, that thing is just such a trooper. Look at all the litter on the ground. They're trying to replicate India, like make it really realistic. India's got tons of litter everywhere. This guy in front of me is really good. Computer guy. I had a second place finish for sure. Now I'm finishing last. Oh my God. Holy cow. I should have just let it go instead of trying to overtake him right there. Oh my God. I was right there at the finish line and spun out. Oh my goodness. That was heartbreaking. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap up India here. I'm done with India. So let me see what other countries we got to go to. I'm going to do them over the next few days. So we got 3 more countries and then I'll be finishing it out. I am going to take me a little break and then I'm coming back on actually with another game. So we did Canada, Chile, and India. All right, Chris, Labyrinth. I'll talk to you later, maybe in a little bit. I'm going to go take a break and then come back on another game. See you later.